Yeah, actually, that topic has been brought up just recently, that as we have the 20th anniversary of the Supreme Court decision on Morgenthaler versus, I can't remember the name of that person, but that the abortion word is not allowed to be mentioned anymore, like it is a taboo subject, and everybody's saying now, why don't we talk about it? Why don't we have a debate, a discussion, and talk about what we think about it? If you're pro or con, it doesn't matter, but why is it a taboo subject? Nobody actually wants to talk about it, and if you try to bring it up, you're just, say absolutely not, this is a forbidden topic. And we should have an open discussion, and universities especially, always, from the beginning, since they were founded, have always been a platform for ideas being vetted, and if it is an idea that is really bad, it will die, and that should happen. Nobody listens, nobody goes to the university. If a university has a reputation that what is being taught is they're really substandard, and nobody wants to listen to the professors who are teaching there, then that university will die out. Like it won't get any funding, and that's the end of it. And so it should be when we discuss the topic.
My guests are Corey Marcos and Sharon Ryan. We're talking about freedom of speech, and we'll be right back.
It's short.
We're back, and I'm with Sharon Ryan. She teaches management sciences at Concordia University, and Corey Marcos is with Real Women of Canada. We've been talking about freedom of speech and human rights and chills and all the rest of it. And in our few minutes remaining, I just want to try to see if we can't bring this discussion around to something. The things that we've talked about, where we seem to find restrictions on what we can and cannot say, abortion is an example. Nobody wants to have that discussion, and it inevitably degenerates into an argument as opposed to a full and free discussion about all the aspects of both sides of the question. The homosexuality seems to be verboten as well. Christian proselytizing seems to be, tamped down a little bit. Do you get there's a bit of a theme, it seems to me, there, that the conservative Judeo-Christian side of the equation seems to be tamped down, yet the secular side of things seems to have full and free reign. Now, that's just me. What about you?
Well, you're very right in that the Judeo-Christian values are being sort of denied to be spoken about or to be proclaimed, or whatever you want to call it. And that it's all in the name of tolerance. Like, as I said, the tolerance really has totally turned around. Like, tolerance is a one-way street now. And the idea of tolerance was great, although tolerance is not a virtue, but in itself tolerance is okay if it is a free flowing of ideas. And this has not happened. So it seems like that the Judeo-Christian values that Canada is based on, a nation under God, that we are being denied to stand for what we believe. And we are still the majority, but nowadays it seems that the majority has far more the right to speak and to be heard than the majority of the Christian view in this country.
Concordia has got deep in its history. It is a bit of a Christian organization. It's got Christianity in its roots. Do you sense in the classroom that there's either a push to that viewpoint, or is there a drawing away from it and move towards secularism? What do you find on the ground there?
Well, I think what's remarkable about Concordia is our student base. Our student base are remarkably diverse. We have Islamic students and Christian and non-believers, and we have Catholics and Lutherans, and we have every faith of student there. What I really love about the environment is that we have a spirit of cooperation and a wonderful exchange of views in the classroom in a respectful manner. And the students express their views, we talk about religion, and no one's offended. And it's just the most beautiful kind of discourse that you can imagine.
The whole question about discussing religion, and we certainly found it with CTS, which is a Christian organization founded by Christians and largely run by them. And most of the people who work on this program are Christians, yet we've had Muslims and Jews and Baha'i and every conceivable thing under the sun at the table here having these kinds of discussions, and people seem to welcome that. It suggests to me that people do want to have a discussion, And yet, when you move from, people sitting around the table talking about issues of interest into the political realm, all these things are shut down. And I find that frustrating. You've been around politics and these kinds of things long enough, Corey, to sense that kind of a, shut up and mind your business sort of an attitude out there, don't you?
Yeah, that is true. And as I said, I appreciate what Sharon is saying about Concordia. And I think in the past we used to be able to speak with people of different beliefs, different points of view, if it is religious-wise or political. But there was respect for one another, that you appreciated the other point of view, and it came to which debate, a discussion, and whoever had the best argument could win over the other person or not. And this is what always, especially academia, has been about, that you present your point of view, and within the classroom, and there is a debate, and whoever has the best argument will maybe win over some other people to their point of view. And we should be able to do that, and it is sad if this is not happening anymore.
We just got a minute left, Sharon. Your final word today.
Well, I would say that the ability to have healthy discourse still exists in our society. Our society is changing and evolving to reflect the fabric of the population that are living here. We have to change and evolve and become more sensitive too. We can still have the discourse, but we have to be able to work within the constraints that are operating around us. We have to be smart to be able to do that.
Sharon Ryan teaches management science at Concordia University, and Corey Marcos is with Real Women of Canada. Ladies, thank you so much for being with us today.